Hey everybody, welcome. All right, so here we are. 2 minutes tournament. Weekly Pawnda tournament. Pawnda is front and present. Front and center. 1 minute, 29 seconds to go. We've got me, Sun Prism, Impure King, Schumacher, ROA. ROA is new. And said bonjour and happy pawn. Best pawn is a happy pawn. All right, so we're starting in 1 minute. Welcome everybody. As usual, I don't have a lot of time in between things. Things are things, and we don't have a lot of in between time. So here we are. Oh, nice to see Schumacher back. Hey, it's weird talking to myself again. G Souths. Came into 3-0. Skill. Mouse skill. Not just skill. Do I hear any subscribers? All right. Move to 3-0. It is practically 3. It's 5-3. All right. How are scores calculated? No, guys, we're starting. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully there'll be more players. It's just early. Sorry, I couldn't start the stream earlier because then we can get more players lined up. But it is what it is. I'm a very busy guy. My computer is going nuts down there. Wow. It is seriously, I don't know why, but my computer is seriously grinding. All right, so just 6 players so far. Oh, it's an arena, so we play top 2. I forgot. That's how arenas work. Arena Crush. Stupidest pairing system ever. It only encourages sandbagging. Hey, let's play the English. It's a symmetrical English. Oh my god. You did this again? No way. I try to keep them off, how to say this? What? Knight takes? What is that? I don't get you, man. Alright, whatever. Knight takes. I guess I could play e4 there. I appreciate you. You know, it's funny. Does anyone else say that? A few years ago, I had a chess student who said that to me, and I was like a little freaked out. Then this week, a friend of mine put a Facebook post up with the same question, like, when did people start saying that? I never heard that expression in my life, to be honest. I was really surprised. Maybe it's a regional thing. All right, anyways, we had this before. You lost pretty quickly in one of these. But I don't know. Hello? Welcome to Movie Phone. Hello and welcome. You are welcome. What does Rookie 1 do? That seems like a lame move. Robotically lame. Pili, Miro, wow. The other Miro. We had another Miro for a while. Hey guys, thanks for being subscribers. 62-month subscriber. Miro, BTW. Pili, a 5-month subscriber. G Souths, watching without audio. You hate me that much. He watches without audio. Big bit. Okay, Queen F4. Schumacher is here. And, well, now we have a question about placement of the queen. I see no reason to put the queen on G4. Unless you're planning on H4, H5. I'm just going with the flow here. Flow chart. Not absolutely necessary to move my queen right away. Happy 5th month. Happy 36. What is it, Miro? Mr. Coffee has 105 months of torture. You know you're really sadistic if you subscribe to my stream for 100 plus months. Sadistic, no. You're torturing yourself. It's masochism when you torture yourself. Sadistic would be to subscribe other people to gift sub for 106 months. Right? Go with the flow. This is my first chess since Sunday, when I played 25 games in the simul. Before that, I had a week off on holiday. There are worse streams to be a 100-month subscriber to. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I thought I was up there in the worst list, but maybe I'm not quite. I'm not going to play in the World Senior, I decided. I'm not going to go. So we're going to change the donation thing to next tournament, 2026. I will play one tournament before the end of 26. I swear there will be one tournament yet to be announced before the end of 2026. I'm also starting the Hungarian Teen Championship somewhere in late September, I suppose. But it's very weird. I haven't played it all the summer, so I haven't played rated games since approximately May. So that's a long time. June, July, 2.5 months without a serious game. Not sure if this is my best move, but it sure is the most forcing. Hello. Oh no. Wow. That would be crazy. No substitute for calculation, as they say. All right, so. Bishop G6. Bishop G6. Would work. But we need another knockout blow. I don't want to make life easy for you here. Interesting. So you had a choice of different squares for the queen there. Uh-huh. We will get a lot of pawns for the piece at the very minimum. Both my bishops are hanging. Rook to e6. Takes. Mm-hmm. What does this do? Doesn't work. I had another idea. Okay, well that's 3 pawns for a piece. King safety. Oh, you're giving me that. See, I didn't think you had to give me that. I thought you were going to bail. You didn't have to play queen h7. E6 looks problematic, but there's other problems now. I thought you could play king f7 there. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if this was sound. Well, it was not sound. I made a mistake. It looks like bishop d7, bishop h7 was a mistake, one blunder. So I reached up to pick up the rook and take on e6, and then I hesitated because I thought it didn't work. Rook e6, pawn takes g5. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Rook e6, pawn takes g5. What am I missing there? Rook e6, pawn takes g5. I don't understand. Rook e6, pawn takes g5. What am I missing? Just doubled rooks. Wow. And I've got this threat. Interesting. Totally missed it. So on queen e7, bishop takes f6. This is a double question mark. And now you're okay because of only king f7. Okay. King f7, queen h5 check, and I had 3 pawns for a piece. Whoa, we've got a random cello requesting to join. Oh, this is an arena. Shit, I totally forgot. Thinking it's like a Swiss. Of course, there's not that many players. Random cello guy. Yeah, you're welcome. So, welcome to join. I'm sorry. I forgot this is not... Uh-oh. Sung Prism playing the Rosalimo now. We've got Sung Prism and... Hey, it's Miro. Are you playing? Not playing, just visiting today? Gobble Troll Mops. The Troll Mops is here. It's good to have people just hang out, though, because Asterbait has been gone because of other things. He's still alive, but without him to kind of chat, it's kind of slow in the chat room. All right, arena. I haven't done an arena in a while. You've got a new opening repertoire? Pilium? Modern defense. We need more people in the chat room just chatting, so that's fine. It's nice to see Gobble Troll Mops back. Uh-oh. It's a Marazzi. I don't have to play Marazzi there. I meant to play Queen B6. Oh well. Now I'm just playing a straight up Marazzi. Not very exciting. Queen B6 is more interesting. Queen A5. That's another move. Smyslov famously played, I think, D6. All right. Wow, you move so fast. Only 7 players, but hopefully there'll be more. But this is a position that, you know, although it's better for white, I have so much experience that it's like I could play blindfold blitz. I have like more games than Razzi than almost any other opening. I feel like it's a drawing weapon for black, for me, from when I play black here. I play this as a solid opening. You know, there are some new ways that white has invented to play this stuff. A bit of an unusual moose order. An unusual moose order. Okay. You play until I lose. That's a good way to be. I play until you lose too. That makes 2 of us. But there's some weird lines where white plays F3 and tries to castle queenside. Well, I mean, tactics and sandwiches. The Marazzi was a death sentence. Well, I don't think anything's changed. It's never been a real death sentence. It's just not fun, you know? So for some people, it might be a death sentence. For most people. It's not fun for black. But it takes a high level of skill to play the white side, which is something that some people overlook, you know? And I talk about this all the time, but basically, the point is that space advantage positions require a lot of skill. And most people just, they don't get that. You know, they don't understand that that's the case here. Maybe I don't want to induce, maybe I don't want to induce necessarily knight d5. I could play queen b6 and induce it. I have a very solid score on the black side of Marazzi. Lost a few. I lost the Banus once, years and years ago. It's the only one that I have a pretty good score, or else I wouldn't play it. A lot of draws. Are you trying to play e5? Check. That's interesting. So again, maybe I shouldn't play necessarily maybe 6. I don't understand. He doesn't really have a plan. You know, he's just making like normal moves. No clear plan. I mean, it's okay. Rook d1, whatever. You have a bad bishop. He's just placing the pieces in on logical squares. There's nothing deep here for white. You sure you're not related to Cheesy Noob? Very different player, though. They're both fast. I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess queen b6. I've been waiting to play this for like 3 years. Instantly, white plays knight d5. Fine. But even so, it's like white doesn't really have an advantage. I mean, you have a bad bishop. In the space, it doesn't mean that much. And oh my god. Wow. I don't know what to say. h4. This player is massively underrated. But what's your problem? You play too fast and then you make stupid moves. Ultimately. So far, white is playing like very logically. I need counterplay. Bit of an unusual plan here. b5. I would rarely get that kind of break in. Very rarely possible in Marazzi's. You're faster than me, but you're 1886. That's fucking crazy, dude. My score is 13-5. He's won 3 out of the last 4. One of them was a simul forfeit, but still 2 out of the last 3. Dude. Very good score. Bishop f1 now. Counterintuitive. I feel like I'm playing the Banco. Blocking my own rook. There wasn't a great square. Maybe I should have gone to b8. Speaking of Banco. b8. Burying my own queen. Yeah, I mean, okay. He doesn't have that many pieces to attack me with. You know? There's a lot of pieces traded. That's the thing. I just can't imagine how a player who's this good is only 1886 in Blitz. Finally, like a ridiculous blunder. So that's it? That's the only reason why you're 1886? You make ridiculous one-move blunders out of nowhere? Other than that, you're like 2300? He played like a perfect game until he played b4. Random blundering. Just because he's playing a little too fast. So it's like this much self-control, my opponent could be like 2200. Wait for the cheapo. There it is. Still 30 seconds ahead of me on the clock. Meanwhile, how would Schumacher have 11 points already? How could he even play that many games? That's crazy. Is he the only person who got paired like 6 times already? He's probably the only person berserking. I'm on my second game. This is also a terrible game for me. You know, another reason not to play the Marazzi is how long the games tend to be. It's going to be a long endgame grind if I manage to win. The stereotypical. Keyword being if I manage to win. This was an exciting game, right? Am I right? Are you trapping my knight yet? Are you trying to trap my knight? Yeah, this is a typical endgame for Marazzi. Standard Marazzi endgame. It's pure fun for white. But in the meantime, he was like clearly better at some point. It's just not easy, you know. My head hurts. Can I quit now? It's just not fun to play this opening, man. With A3, a great defensive move under the circumstances. Unbelievable. This is like the longest game of the tournament. Another defensive brilliancy. He sees everything. This is ridiculous. Why resign now? You could make the whole tournament one game. Phew. All right. Wow. Schumacher, how could one player have played 5 games when everyone else has played a maximum of 2? Wow, dude. So many mistakes by both sides. Oh my god. Wow. I had wins that I just entire wins that I missed. What? What did I miss? I missed a forced win. What? What did I miss here? I don't understand. What? Black is winning here? Because of 93. Oh no. I have 93? What's the big deal? 93 rook b1 knight f4. Wow. Yeah, that would require actual calculation. Horrible game. 6 blunders for white and 5 blunders for black. Horrifying. Yeah, up until move 24, everything was fine. White's like slightly better. You see, you should have gone for the g4. This is really scary. As someone was saying at that point, there was no king protection. Oh my god. Oh yeah, move fast. Nice try. Nice try seeking that game in on me. You almost got away with it. Trying to get a free win there. Everybody's here. Drown the Clown, Trip Chance, Dinekis. How come everybody's here? Everybody came back. Were you all on like holiday vacation? Hungry for beer. Is everybody away for the holidays? Because we had like nobody here in the last couple of weeks. Home for the holidays. How's your light score bishop doing? Good? Good. I'm glad. Happy bishop. I have a happy bishop. You have a happy pawn. I'm glad for you. This. Oh man, very artificial. How about opposite colored bishops? How do you feel about that? Op bishops. Bishop ops. You just lost material? No. H4 is awkward. Oh my god. Happy pawn doesn't move pawns, only pieces. You may be a happy pawn, but your pawns are actually sad because you don't love them. And he's got the Morphe-like just moving pieces, which is fine in like, you know, E4, E5. This is a hyper modern opening here. So anyway, do I really want to give you my bishop? Not sure. Not sure about this. You had to do that. It's dangerous. I have a huge advantage, but it's reminded me of last game. Now, every game is a Marazzi. No, it's an accelerated dragon. Please. Damn, dude, this doesn't look good. Watch your H pawn. Man. That's funny. That's what I expected you would play, but it's probably not good. King b8. We're getting the king off the light squares. Yikes. G3 d5 is black. I mean, why? I wouldn't think it's uncommon. Uncommon for people who are e4 players, probably. But I think for queen pawn players, it's quite normal to play that way. Maybe uncommon from for you. But knight f3 d5 is super common. I would imagine g3 d5. I mean, the problem with g3 d5. What's the problem with g3 d5? It honestly seems like the best move. I mean, if you play e5, we can play the English, right? And that's a pretty good English, like a standard sort of English. But if I play g3 d5, what can white do? White can do nothing better than knight f3. Yeah, it doesn't seem. I kind of like d5 better, than e5 against g3. Played like 1% of the games. What? Oh, you're talking about c4 e5. I'm sorry. Oh, you're talking about the reverse. I'm sorry. I think about g3 d5. Yeah, that's someone on sound did that. Oh no, it's a reverse Smith Mora. Didn't you play that already against me? Yeah, people do it. But Smith Mora already has a bad rep. So doing it a tempo down seems kind of weird. It's not going to be popular, but it is possible. It's probably not that bad. I thought you already played that against me. Someone on sound does it. He had several games with me. And someone else. But you took it too far. You did some even more extreme stuff. Yeah, but if you look, you probably find some games. But I can't really see. I mean, if the Smith Mora already isn't that good, then playing it tempo down seems kind of dumb. The bottom line is there's just better stuff to play. I mean, that's why the Smith Mora isn't good. It's not that it's inherently that bad. They're just better things you can do. There's a time that I played c3 against a Serbian guy who was obsessed with the Smith Mora. I tell the story sometimes because my friend Pop Gellert once did this. He played c3. Black played, e5, and then he did c4. So he tricks his opponent into playing the Smith Mora with reverse colors or whatever. Yeah, Smith Mora with reverse colors. So I decided to try it against a Serbian guy, and he wouldn't do it. I couldn't believe it. I played c3 on move 1, and my opponent played the Dutch. I was like, dude, I'm trying to get you to play your favorite opening, and you won't even cooperate. c3 f5, and I won. I'm like, he'll definitely play e5. I played c3. Prohashka played d5 against me. I think d5 is better. He plays c3 on move 1. After d5, there's like nothing you can do. Just play the Caro-Kann in reverse. I've never lost with one c3. I played it in 2 or 3 games. I don't understand something. How would Esterman get to play Anand twice? How would that happen? Because once he got absolutely destroyed by Anand in a beautiful game where he was horribly crushed in a very instructive game by Anand with black. No, Anand was white. No, Anand was white. So how in the world would that guy? I mean, I've never even like gotten to play someone who was 2800, unless we're talking about like some kind of online blitz game or something. How would a player of that level get to play Anand even once, let alone twice? Maybe you get lucky once, and you play a level player that high, play a player that high once in your life. Tactics and sandwiches. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way that Mark Esterman could get to play Anand more than once in an over the board game. I don't know how that's possible. I know that he was crushed when he was black once. It was in the Isle of Man. Beautiful game by Anand. But I just can't imagine how he could get paired with Anand twice. But maybe he did. That's really strange. That's unbelievable. I don't understand. Did he play him twice in the same tournament, in like the same tournament 2 years back to back or something? Did he like just get lucky and get paired with Anand in the first round of Gibraltar like twice? What is the chances of that? Like that's incredibly lucky, you know? My life I've never gotten lucky enough to get paired with a player that good in my entire life. Um that's unbelievable, you know? But I think it's true. I don't understand how though. The Gibraltar tournament, I don't know what's going on with that though. I don't know if that's still going on or what. Yeah, actually, I think you're right. I don't understand it though. Yeah. Oh, Gibraltar and Isle of Man. Okay. They were basically run by the same organizers. That's crazily lucky though. It really is. You know, I've literally never gotten paired with a player that good. I've never been paired with someone over like 26. I've never been paired with someone 2700. You have to be incredibly lucky to be an IM and get to play like players above 2700. That's insane. Yeah, but those are expensive tournaments too. Um, very expensive to attend and play those tournaments. I'm not sure if they're still going, by the way. I haven't heard much on that front. But I stopped. I played in Isle of Man once back in 1999, but once it was associated with the Evil Chess site, I wouldn't have anything to do with it. Cheese.mom will not. I will not play in any tournaments associated with that site if they're like sponsors or whatever. It became like a influencer tournament or something, you know? It's not even a real tournament in that sense. It's just like people who want to be like chess famous play there. Like Anna Kremling. Nothing against Anna Kremling, but you know, Anna Kremling and all the other streamers play in these tournaments, or they were for a while. Um, it's like celebrity chess tournaments. I'm not sure they're still going on. But I played in the old days when this is interesting. This is similar to a game my student had. I played in the old days before it became trendy to play. I never played in Gibraltar. There's like a waiting list to play in Gibraltar because it's so few uh places. You have to like sign up a year in advance or something. Unless you're a really famous, good-looking female chess streamer or something. They're like snob chess tournaments. What's up, Antonio Morales? Morales. E3. I thought this guy quit my stream. All right. E5 or bishop C5. Hmm. All right. I mean, bishop C5 allows some B4 crap. Strangely similar to one of my students' games this past week. There is E4, but it's probably no good. E4, D5. Okay, E4, knight, G5, bishop G4. I think I should just recapture. I would think this would be good for black, but I've been known to be wrong. I mean, anytime I ever got in a position like this, I usually got destroyed with white. Kind of a bad Benoni. Having said that, it's not so simple. Hmm. Not sure. All right. So we'll play bishop f5. Prevent knight d2. The bishop's poorly placed on b2. Maybe this is a mistake by me. Like most moves that I play. I could have played something subtle there. Different game after h6. If I play h6, he can play knight d2, and when I play bishop f5, he can play like knight e1 or some kind of move to defend the d3 pawn. I assume black's better, but it's nice to see how many people are here. Schumacher, Trip Chance, Sinus, Sung Prism, Drown the Clown, Ruslan Bear, Dinekis. Like, Skaven Ingen is back, who played on my stream 8 years ago. Wow. Morales, Pili, so all these players. It's like everyone was just like taking the summer off. I don't play on that site, man. I mean, I think it's pretty well known. That disgusts me, you know. I was always disgusted by that chess site, man. Plus cheating. You can't play in tournaments with prizes online, Pili. You cannot play in chess tournaments for money with money prizes or any kind of prizes of value online. It is not possible. It is a bad idea. People cheat. I'd rather like stick needles in my eyes than play in an online chess tournament with prizes. The other day, last night, I played one chess game. I logged on I didn't log in. I played anonymously on my phone. I played 3+2 casual game, and the guy cheated. One game, and they cheated, and I just didn't want to play anymore. And that's an online casual game. It's unbelievable, you know. I didn't even know it was a computer for sure till I checked. I wasn't sure, really. And then I resigned in like 20 moves, and let's check the engine, see what it says. Every single move that my opponent played was the first choice of the engine. A casual 3+2 game. Now, answer me this, Batman. If people cheat in 3+2 casual, are they going to cheat in rated tournaments? Or, I mean, in tournaments where there are prizes at stake? Riddle me this. It's unbelievable. I can't even play a casual game on my phone without someone cheating. It's sick. You know, I was like disgusted. I'll just play mahjong instead. I was so sick. You know, I mean, it's not like okay, you play people who cheat from time to time, but the very first game, like I haven't played a game on my phone in like a week. Seriously, I haven't played a phone game in a week. Casually on my, not logging in, just randomly. The very first game, it's all engine moves all the way. 3+2 casual. He's sitting there waiting with his engine on his other phone. Like, really? It's chess cannot be played for money online. Period. And this we knew this back in like 2000. Maybe Bullet, maybe, but that's like defeating the purpose of chess. I mean, Bullet just kind of defeats the purpose of chess. So there was this weird chess site that my roommate used to play on. A guy I lived with in like 99 2000. We could play, you could play chess for money on some site, and they started cheating back then. But I would never play in an online tournament, man. Yeah, but for me, you know, tournaments just all right. 96. What's 94? Was this a mistake by me? Probably. Maybe not. I mean, keeping pieces on the board when you have more space. I kind of wish my other rook was over here. Nah, but I don't like to talk about Chess.mom and Title Tuesdays. Just makes me grumpy. Let's not talk about that. What are you doing over there with King H2? Just a waiting move? Okay. He's good with waiting moves. Holy shit. So I end up having to trade anyway. The good old H6. Maybe too late for that. It's too late for H6. I think he might have had a stronger move there. Knight G5 bothered me. Here I'm winning a piece, no? No, I'm not. Oh shit. You serious? Wow. I don't understand what the draw for is about. Is that some sort of attempted intimidation? He plays the whole game like not using his time. Weird. He uses time rather, but then he like can play super fast at the end. It's a really weird situation. He doesn't even, it's funny, he uses all his time, then he doesn't use his time. It doesn't like make sense. Use all your time, then use no time when you get down the increment stage. Very weird. All or nothing. His incredible score against me too. For his rating. I keep thinking he's like 2300. Didn't you used to be like 2300? Blitz. Rating. Where's his peak blitz rating? How do you see someone's peak blitz rating? Highest rating 2154? That's crazy. Rapid. Highest rating 2250. And you'd think he'd be higher. I thought he would be like at least 2300 at some point. Schumacher is just, you know, he's doing his usual thing. He starts well and then he collapses. Are you drinking, Schumacher? I don't want to get caught like analyzing this game. Who's on Mars? From Jamaica. New player. I don't know how my game was. Pretty typical game. I played all right. But he like re-equalized. You know, I had avoided all the exchanges with 96 and I couldn't find a plan. And then all of a sudden Rook B8 was too hesitant. Rook E2 was a good move, and then I panicked with Knight C5. I didn't like spin here. Oof, almost lost. Again. Second time. I almost forfeited. Amazing how many people are back, you know? But somebody needs to keep the chat room going. I would think sinus should be like 2300. I don't know. But his time management is weird. He uses a lot of time, then he plays bullet too fast in the increment period. You need to use more of your increment time. It's okay to let the clock go down, you know, to 5 seconds. Schumacher is in first place. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's a weird idea someone else played against me. Rook E8 before E5. It doesn't seem to have any specific value. I played D5 here. with white. My opponent played knight c5, I think. I'm not sure if this is really good. Rook e1 a bit unusual, but why? Actually, well, if you ever want to play f4, I mean, you might want your rook on f1. Queen c2 I thought would be more typical there for white rather. I have dementia, so I can't remember what I'm saying, but I thought the queen c2. Rook we're not sure about. I mean, rook e1 is probably okay. It looks like black's playing kind of... Reshevsky claimed this is like a mistake to play rook e8, and then you have to go back to f8, but I think it depends on the position. Anyways. Now queen c2 anyway, so he didn't need, you know, both. That allows white to play bishop e3. The problem with rook e1 is he couldn't play bishop e3 without dropping a pawn there. Maybe that's why it's better, I don't know. I had a friend who used to like to do this, like bishop e3, bishop takes c5 in certain positions. But white has to be careful about giving the dark square bishop up. You can't just do it in any old position. Maybe here it's okay. If you play bishop e3, I'm wondering if I have any tactics. Your queen's almost trapped with the double capture on e4, but it doesn't work because you have h4. You have to be really careful there. Interesting. Some interesting stuff. I would think this is really close to, who is this, by the way? ROA? Bronstein and Bofinic had some games like this in their World Championship match that were quite close. So if queen b6, you have knight a4. That's the thing that bothers me. That's really annoying. It all depends. Okay, now it's a different story. Schumacher is still in first place. This is a really bad moment to play bishop takes c5, I think. I would think you're not even messing up my pawn structure, but there could be some possible justification. If you forced me to play d takes c5, I would understand it to some degree. I'm not saying like white's lost, but it's a weird moment to play the move. So I have a bad bishop, you have a bad bishop. We can both try to improve our bad bishops. In the long run, yeah, I considered that. I don't think you're threatening anything. Bishop h6 is really strong. You know, but maybe you have an idea here. Huh. All right. all right. First of all, bishop h6, we prevent rook c1. You can't take the pawn. And then if you do that, you're going to have some issues. Right. First of all, you can play bishop g4. I don't know where you put your knight or how you deal with it. Bishop e5 is the plan for white. Do I do rook c8 or rook b8? Well, it's also ahead of me on time here. 1840. Everyone is underrated. Across the board, it feels like. Gobble Tromops. Hello, sire. Where's Mr. Coffee? Speaking of sire, Pawnda's awfully close to the camera today. I'm doing well. I hope you're well. Guys, we're not going to do the World Senior, but I promise to play one tournament before the end of the year. So all donations are going to go toward Sludgy's 2026 adventure, which has not been announced yet. I've opted not to go to Serbia. Not exciting. I'm sorry. I just don't want to go to Serbia in November. I'm sorry. Nothing against Schumacher. Just not excited for Serbia. Serbian vacation in November. I mean, I want to go somewhere exotic. I'm sorry. You know. Sicily was nice. Portugal, southern Italy, but Serbia? Come on. All right, I have Bishop D2. Oh, this is actually very strong. Mr. Coffee made it. Are you lurking out there? Mr. Coffee, look at all the people that are here. Schumacher, Dr. Chip Chan, Sinus, Sun Prism, Ruslan Bear, Drown the Clown, Skavening Gun, Pili, Dinekis, Impure King, Morales. Bro, that's a lot of regs. Oof. But ultimately, White made a fatal mistake in this game with Bishop takes c5. Not fatal, but on the road to fatalness, right? Can be good. You should have taken before when I had to take back with the pawn. Then it's much more justified. Look at this. Check it quickly with the engine. See, everything's fine. Although, again, you could have taken right away. The engine likes it. In fact, like, the computer wants me to play b6 now. But I don't think I played this opening right. I feel like I made a mistake somewhere there. Schumacher, time for another beer. Anna Maria 007. Anna Maria underscore 007 is rating with a party of 9. 9. Anna Maria, thank you for rating with a party of 9. It's a good stream today. We have all these old friends, tons of players, although there's only, 18 players? And so, many of them are regulars that have been around forever. So Raider from Anna Maria 007. Hi, Suji. How's it going? Happy Raid Day. Happy Raid Day. You're the highest rated player Anna has ever rated. Well, I'm honored. I am truly honored by anyone's raid. It's very kind. I'm not streaming that much lately, due to perpetual brokenness. I play a lot of poker, so my streams haven't been as frequent as usual. Can you tell her a little bit about my chess history? Well, I'm old school. I'm American international master. I'm an American international master living in Hungary for the last 20 years. So, although I'm American, I'm not really seen in the U.S. chess scene since the early 2000s, and so people there don't know me, and people here. Hungary is a good chess. Hungary is a good chess place. I came here many years ago to play chess, and just never went back. So that's my short story. But thank you for the raid. I I don't like this position that much. Morales, Mr. Tricky. All right. What is this? International Master. I appreciate the raid from you guys. Thank you very much. As I said, I haven't been streaming a lot. I used to stream much more. Just 4 streams a week, and only in Central European time zone. So the stream has kind of shrunk lately, but I don't want to give up on it. So do appreciate the raids. Haven't had a lot of raids lately. Scambit is annoying. It is annoying. I don't know anything about this. I'm just making it up as I go along. So what was it exactly? Okay, knight c6, knight f3, d5. Normally I play d4 there. I was just hoping for a transposition. So it's a kind of weird Scandinavian. By the way, for those of you that are just joining us, this guy Morales is a VIP on my stream, and he's played more games with me than anyone. So if you want to check this out, Morales has unbelievably, if I can even see, he has over 600 games against me. What percentage of my games on Lichess? I have like 30,000 games on Lichess. So Morales has played like 1%. I've played like 1% of my games on Lichess. It's not bullet. I don't play bullet. I have like 10 bullet games in my life. Seriously, they're all at least blitz. Like 1% of my games on Lichess are against Morales. It's ridiculous. 10 years I've been playing on this site. I don't know how long Morales has been playing me, 9 years. But he doesn't quit. He's the record holder. There might be another player over 500. But no bullet, seriously. He's definitely a cheater. All right. So yeah, black has a strong center pawn on e5. I mean, he's got me basically. He's basically playing the white side of a Philidor. He's made me play the black side of a Philidor. I don't like this, but I have some tricks. What about your light square bishop, Bob? Where's Mr. Light square bishop going? Uh-oh. Do you need that light square bishop for anything? You don't need that for anything, right? Is that important? Just asking for a friend. The score between us reveals that I'm a cheater. You have a good score. Ow. I just have like a muscle. I have like a Charlie horse on my leg. I'm sorry. I walk like a kilometer a day. It's like heavy duty exercise. So you have a good score though, 30% approximately. 8 years. 30% for an amateur. I'm a semi-professional chess player. It's not bad. That's a respectable score for an amateur player against an IM. But he's far more deadly in simul's. Lately, I put more emphasis. I'm beginning to put more and more emphasis on color complexes in my play, and like here, you see it so clearly how bad the light scores are, because black doesn't have a light score bishop. It's around 20%. Sorry, my math is bad. That's better than 20%, dude. My math isn't that bad. It's like a quarter. All right. No, dude, what are you talking about? 20%. You have 188 to 415. 20%. Dude, you're more like 30%. I was right the first time. My math is bad, but not that bad. 200 times 2 is 400. I have approximately two. I mean, you have approximately 200. I have approximately 400. It's 2-to-1 ratio, Antonio. It's 30%. Did you say 30%? It's 30%. You're lying. He's not only cheating, he's lying too. See, I'm a poker player, but my math is really shaky. I can do some statistics. I've never been good at math. Never been particularly good at math. I can add, subtract, do some statistics. But sophisticated math is off the table. Now you're not trading queens. That's interesting. I don't like this H5, H4, H3. Mm-hmm. Though on the other hand, H3 weakens my dark squares. I have bishop G5, nothing special. Reminds me of the last game. Phew. That other game I played. Wow. Yeah, it's white square theme day. You tried to trick me. I believed you for a second that you had 20% score. But I think in reality, 20% score would be more realistic. Thanks, Mr. Coffee. You didn't play H4. Okay. Yes. Exactly like earlier game. Rouse is a maniac. Borderline maniac. Move 11 subscribing. Everybody's here. Is it back to school time or what? I'm winning a pawn. Didn't win a pawn, you gained a friend. Everything's bad. F7 is hanging. Oof. Morales collapsed. Bishop E7, not his best move. Move 11, subscribe for a mere 110 months. Look at that record. Just 110 months, nothing special. Everybody's back, though. So everybody went away for the summer and they're coming back. That's what's going on here. Knight D5 is a good move, though. It is a good move. I'm not happy to see that. I'm not happy at all to see that move. Wow. That is most unfortunate. Wow. Okay. Not good. Wow. I can't believe it. So, are you telling me this was like an intentional sacrifice? Desperate sack. Was it intentional to give up F7? Yeah, thank you for the raid, Anne Maria 007. Sorry you had to wait. Mr. Coffee forgot to disable that. It's all his fault. Have a nice rest, and we'll see you again. Nice to meet you, and thanks for the raid. I'm sorry, what am I sorry about? Sorry you had to wait 10 minutes to chat. All right. Well, we don't have enough chat in the stream anyway. Morales is dead. Die, Morales. I mean, figuratively. Phew. You had a nice try there, though. I mean, almost. Sinus is in first place. Wow, where did that come from? Sinus is in first place. Trip Chance in second. Schumacher is still in third. I'm in fourth. But I haven't berserked. We don't care about winning these things. Too much stress, you know. I don't care about, blitz tournaments and winning arenas, whatever. Again, Sinus. I've played no one on the bottom, no one on the lower end. Another tough opponent. Thank you. I'm glad you found the stream and you like it. I try to be as grumpy as possible. I really didn't achieve that today, though. I guess I was just in a good mood today. So, no, seriously, Benko. Wow. Yeah, that's a rare move, E6. You know, I thought about this, actually. Wait. Is it a rare move? No. No, I'm lying. I'm lying again. It's not a rare move. We had this before. I've had this a lot, actually. Okay, this is a main line. It's a main line. I don't remember if I played it with Sinus or not. I was confusing variations for a sec there. It's totally normal. Played this many times. It's a safe way to play against the Benko. Nothing special. Rook b8 is an interesting move. It might be avoiding 95. Wait, that's some 95 tricks if you don't play rook b8, I guess. So what do I do? Bishop d2. I'm not sure. But I definitely had a game with someone else in this relatively recently. The last 6 months or so. It might have been him. I don't remember. Do I go to d2 or d3? R2, d2. I guess d3 to keep c4 protected. This is all well known. There's a bunch of people that have played like queen h5 in such positions, but when I looked at it, queen h5 had a bad score. It was played against me by this FIDE master from Long Island once. What am I saying? Played against me. I must have played it against said FIDE master. Okay. Bishop e6. This is my dementia again. Bishop e6. This looks correct. So, once again, like I had this exact position already. Like 6 months ago against somebody. And I thought I was better. And I think I am better. But it's not much. So I'm going to keep the rook here to protect d4. Right? But Black's drifting into slightly worse here. He didn't find anything dynamic to do. So now he's just like slightly worse with a backward pawn. Not enough to lose necessarily because of the single weakness. I'm not even sure if I should play b3. The other option, like rook d2, rook e2. But he's winning the tournament. This is not the first time Sinus has won one of these tournaments. And again, that makes me. This is why I said like he should be 2300 and he's underrated and stuff. Like look at Dr. Chipchance's ratings. He's 2463 in Bullet, 2370 Blitz, and 2180. But still, Dr. Chip Chance and Sinus, they seem like they're the same strength, but one is like 400 points higher rated than the other in Bullet. That's what I don't understand, you know, here. Seems like Sinus is massively underrated. Rook b4 played instantaneously. Unclear whether that's a mistake or not. I have knight d2. But it's nothing special. The position is like equal. Unless I play e5, maybe I go for it. This wasn't the plan, but now, okay. Maybe you have a secondary weakness, you drop a pawn. My plan was to do something else, but I kind of like this now. By the way, I didn't expect rook b4. I thought he's playing a5 for sure and chipping away at my structure. And this might be a mistake by black. Of course, black will always have drawing chances, even if he drops a clear Pawnda. But, you know, objectively, you know, again, Dr. Trip Chance, 2463, 2370. Sinus, 2036, 2038. Schumacher, okay, even lower. But Schumacher came with the early, you know, start. Racked up a lot of points. Then he starts playing strong players and he slows down. Skaveningen is also a good player. I don't know how active he is. Drown the Clown is also a strong player. Fairly strong, who I know personally. So here we go. So what's up? We win a pawn. You have any tricks? One pawn isn't necessarily decisive in a heavy piece endgame. But it very well could be. The more pawns, the better. Dr. Tripton's now in first place. It's a lot of luck about who you get paired with in arenas. Of course, it's like gambling or something. The variance, the luck part of these tournaments is like a long-term thing. In the long term, it should balance out. If you played thousands of arena tournaments, you don't have to freak out like Badar. What's his name? Jababa. What did I call him? Badar. Anyway, Jababa would like freak out because he lost the arena on like unlucky pairings or something, but long term, the variance should even out. Except it doesn't, right, Mr. Coffee? Anyway, that's why I quit playing poker tournaments. Anyways, not completely, but at least for a living. Don't play poker tournaments unless you really have a lot of money and you can withstand seemingly endless variance. A lifetime of bad variance. Rook takes c5. So what's up now? He's using his time. Black has the worst structure and a drop pawn, but can I win with 2 against 1 on the queen side with no other advantage to speak of? I don't know why he's tanking so much here. Subdonation and bits? Well, subscribing is like a monthly payment that's split between Twitch and myself to support the streamer, support the stream. A donation is something that goes directly to me, which is better in a way because I don't share that with Twitch. And bits are a form of, let's say, donation, but a fun way of donating that's like entertaining they keep track of here on the stream. But bits and subscribing is on Twitch. Anything you donate is like privately donated to me. This is a neat move. So you had to calculate rook d4, queen e5. I had a feeling about this kind of move, you know. That's what I'm not surprised. That's a brilliant move. I don't think it'll save the pawn, but it is a neat idea. So rook takes d4. I have a trick though. Oh shit, he loses. Queen takes d4. Oops. All right. Yeah, I didn't see it either at first. I almost believed you. All right, back tournament. Trip chance in first place. I have not berserked. I don't care about winning. That way I can not feel bad when I don't win. Don't put any pressure on myself. We have a whole hour left, guys. This is a long one. Long for, well, that's what they say, Sinus. Long thing, wrong thing. Um, yeah, but I don't think you should do a long thing. You should be practical. It's a standard endgame where you're one pawn down. You have good chances to draw. Exactly the kind of issue where you probably shouldn't think a lot. You know, in fact, you play quickly a lot. In most cases, you are quick and practical. But this is not a kind of position where you should use a lot of time. I mean, except the fact that you lost a pawn and try to hold a standard sort of endgame. It's like the most common endgame in the world, like a heavy piece endgame, one pawn down on the queen side. Very, very standard. There's a lot of draws. A lot of games are going to be drawn. Queen endgames, rook endgames. Not easy for me to convert. That's the best I could possibly hope for with that opening, by the way. But it took me 30 seconds to see that I'm winning a rook, you know. I literally almost played like rook 5 e1. I was close to making that move to pull my rook back to the first rank, just like ridiculous. But I don't have that many options. I guess I could just play rook d e1. That's true. Rook d e1. Queen takes e5, rook takes e5, rook d1, check rook e1. Yeah, I'm not thinking clearly myself. As I said, like I played the Simon on Sunday. Before that, I didn't play for a week. Then I tried to play one game last night, but the guy cheated in 3+2. Dr. Truchance with b3. I have no recipe against b3 necessarily. What do we do? E5? Yeah. All right. E5, knight c6. You know this? He doesn't take the pawn. So it's basically like a weird sort of French. Do I take or push? Taking looks, it's like an Owen. I'm not sure about the theory here or where we're at on that, but I am mildly concerned about the future of my knight on e7. What do I do? Like f5, g6? My knight seems misplaced if I play f5. Bishop d7 is lame. Still doesn't solve the problems. This particular position. Maybe a6. Just mindlessly making this auto move. But still, what am I doing with my knight on e7? You know, I don't really understand. I don't understand what my knight is doing on e7 here. It'd be better to have it like on h6 or something. I guess you can't have everything. I'm just going to have to play like g6. Or queen d7. I didn't know you were a French player. Jim, our old friend from Greece, he used to play b3 all the time. I'm looking at crazy things like sacrificing pieces here. I can't castle. Play king f7. This looks like a mistake. Yeah, that's fucking big problem. God damn, knight a4. I saw it the minute I played the move. Unbelievable. Well, we'll just have to live with it. That's it. We just have to live with it. Let's try to live with it. Maybe it's not that bad. This king f7, really stupid idea. I should have just exchanged on c3. I mean, this is my plan. It's a good thing you can't play f3. Now you go back. What? What's that about? Back to b2? That's fine. He who hesitates is lost. What do I do next? Uh-huh. I don't know. No idea. No freaking idea what I'm doing. Routine move. We suddenly have like massive bass somewhere playing in the background. I thought it was going to be like a big thunderstorm here, but it looks like no. What I thought was thunderstorms was like really loud music. Wow, it's totally clear. You know what? The guy died who's the drummer for ZZ Top. Mr. Coffee, are you out there? I was just thinking about this the other day. Yesterday he died. But I mean, what is the chances that ZZ Top has a drummer named Beard? I mean, the guy's name is Beard. I mean, talk about Illuminati, right? They're like, we got to go out and find a drummer named Beard. I mean, seriously, these guys had the biggest beards in the history of like rock, and their drummer is named John Beard. Dude, that is just weird. I'm sorry. It's extremely weird. Of all bands to have a drummer named Beard, ZZ Top has a drummer named Beard. What am I doing now? I'm just chilling. This is a tough game, dude. You don't remember like ZZ Top for the drummer, right? I didn't even know they had a drummer. I thought there was just like two guitarists. So anyway, yeah, Dr. Tripchance is so fast. He's driving me crazy. Whatever. I should have made this exchange like 8 years ago. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a plan. Yeah. Obviously. I can't put my knight on d5 with my bishop on d5, so that makes a lot of sense. We'll have to recycle. Damn, he's fast. You have knight b7. What does that do? Oh my god. Yeah, that's not happening. Two minutes ahead of me. And he's in first place. Surprised he didn't berserk. Who's Holly fan? What do I do? Oh no. Alright. I offer a draw. This is just very, very hard to play. Is black better? I'm a lot better, apparently. But I have to make progress, and he has 2 minutes more than me. It's so blocked. I'm going to have to get this f4 break in somehow. I don't know what to do on the queenside there, though. Was a4 the right move? Yeah. That was my best move. It's so blocked, and I have so much less time. I'm just going to give him the draw for... If you didn't have 2 minutes more than me, I would play for a win, but I used way too much time. That ruins my... I forgot that ruins my like winning streak, though. We need to start a new streak. Schumacher started a streak. He has 5 losses in a row. Palinka. Rakia streak. 5 losses in a row. Guys, thanks to those of you who resubscribed. Some of us for 110 months. We had a raid from Anna. 3 days ago, Zen Chess was here. He's not here today. Yeah, interesting opening. It should be slightly better for black. Derek. Derek is underrated. Everyone's underrated. It makes me feel better about myself if I call everyone underrated. I'm just projecting. I'm projecting my underratedness on everyone else. This is the engine likes h4. Stockfish likes h4. I'm going caveman. It's a real move. Funnily enough, I don't remember like what I was supposed to do against h5. Well, I guess it just turns into a kind of classical King's Indian. I wonder if I should even play e4 necessarily. I've never played this before. Maybe like one blitz game. h5 is not typically played. I mean, objectively, it's a concession. You know, like I think that black should play c5 or like d5. Most grandmasters who faced h4 try to refute it by playing in the center. But I suppose h5 is okay. It's a little more on the passive side. You're not going to refute h4 by playing h5. I don't think it's possible to refute it, but that's not the point anyway. It's about, I guess, being practical. Bishop g4. Bishop g4 is fine. Downside b7. Like a, well, it's basically like a Trompowsky. Mm-hmm. Now what? e4. This is a King's Indian. If I play e4, there's some questions. We'll have to be careful about this. d4 square. If knight c6, for example, I might just play d5. I'm not going to give him time to like take control of d4. For example, like knight c6, bishop e3, knight g4. No, I'm playing d5. We have to react quickly to that. But he's pretty thoughtful for a lower rated player. h5, not just throwing out any old move. Knight c6 also. I'm skeptical of knight e5. I mean, this is going to damage the structure. I also have c5 and the queen plays here like in a Dutch or something. I don't know. I can castle queenside. There's no... Well, he has some interesting moves. This is probably a mistake. Objectively. I should play bishop g5. I was thinking bishop e3, but this is maybe better. There's a drawback. You have that move. Wow. So now what do I do? Huh. That's annoying. You can't play knight c5 immediately. g4 is possible. Speaking of cavemans, I mean, I don't necessarily want to be a caveman. Let's just go back. Whatever. Fine. It's a Petrosian. It's a normal position. Uh-huh. Strengthening my g4. At this point, I'm not castling kingside. The thing about it is, like, okay, I could have played bishop e3. I wasn't concerned about this. Now I'm playing on both sides, but black has a really dubious position. Maybe he prevented me from castling queenside there, but I don't care. And black's position is very sketchy. On both sides of the board, it's sketchy. So I'm just not going to castle now. Like full-on maniac. Where's my king going? Doesn't matter. Black's probably lost. Could have tried a5 last move. That's crazy. That's some pretty crazy stuff right there. e6. Yikes. Black's not going to last long. Not a lot of options at that point. Black should be getting mated. Yeah, you're not surviving this. Dr. Chipsen said all non-E4 openings are a little better for black. I don't know about that. Maybe equal. You're a bit too optimistic. I'm still in third place. Sinus is still in second place. Wow. Sinus now playing Dr. Chip Chance. Oh my god. Dr. Chip Chance, you're playing a proper Sicilian, no Grand Prix attack. What? You're like Mr. Grand Prix attack. How are you playing an open Sicilian? Sinus is in first place? What? What just happened? I don't understand. Sinus beat another player, but now how did this happen? Oh, it was a close Sicilian move order, but you transposed? It was accelerated dragon. And so Sinus plays the dragon with a6 against Dr. Chip Chance. I don't know about bishop g5. That didn't seem right. Dragendorf. That should be good for white, man. I don't know about you guys playing it safe there with the draw. Bishop g5 doesn't feel right. Seems like it's okay, but something was a little bit too slow. King b1, bishop g5. White should get a good position. I mean, that line should be really good for white. Why don't you play bishop h6, actually? That looks like a position where bishop h6 is probably strong, no? What's he going to do? Sack the exchange with like bishop h8? That's what my friend, the Dragon Master, would do. No, come on, bishop h6. Look at that final position. b5, bishop h6. Come on. Grabner. Somebody named Grab Her. That's a bad name. It's not politically correct. Donald Grab Her. Oh my god. Do I have a game? You should have played bishop h6, man. You get in there with like queen g5 and stuff like g4. Bishop g5 was bad. Didn't do anything. Hey, what happened with our h4 game? By the way. Was that good? Uh-oh. Oh no. Morales, Sinus? Oh man, this is a good game. Sinus is berserking against Morales. Morales is a killer, dude. He's a mass murderer. He's gonna kill you in this opening. Wow. He's like world's leading expert. Morales, you should take him down. He's in your wheelhouse. Morales isn't even in the top 10. He only played 3 games. Okay, so what do you like? Babysitting and then coming back? Oh, 37 minutes. This is a long one. Sinus is gonna win the tournament. Performance rating 2176. Dr. Trip Chance, performance rating 2256. Slatchy 2348. Schumacher 1900. On Mars 2171. Sun Prism 2064. I wonder how accurate. I don't think that performance rating is an accurate predictor of winning arena tournaments, huh? All right. Berserk rate. Sinus 87%. Trip Chance 36%. Slatchy 0. Schumacher 92%. Maybe Berserk rate is a better predictor of success in arena tournaments than performance rating. Seriously. I think we're starting to get people pausing. Sun Prism is out. Skaveningen is out. ROA is out. He's MIA. Uber Driver played 2 games out. Drown the Clown is back. He's out. Didak is out. Pure King out. Random Cello out. And Kakalaka out. Kakalaka Boom Boom. So, not that many players left. Like half the field. All right. Schumacher had too many Rakia. Is he still playing? No. He's under the table. I know the feeling. I used to love to drink when I played Blitz. I haven't done that in a very long time. Drinking alcohol makes me tired. Then I have to recover for a whole day. I used to enjoy drinking and playing Blitz, but not lately. All right, Schumacher. Too many Rakias. Sinus has the most games played. Dr. Tripchan second. Now I gotta win so I can get my streak starter back. Guys, 34 minutes left. I don't know what the music's about. Why are they having a party in the park at like Wednesday on Wednesday? Why is there a concert on Wednesday? I guess I never open the window because it's usually too hot. I just realized that I haven't opened the window in like a week since I came home because it's too hot. Today was a little bit cooler. It's always like 95 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit here. We have like Iranian weather. How hot is it in Iran, Dr. Tripchance? Europe is the hardest hit by climate change. When I first moved here, there was no way it was this hot constantly 20 years ago. Of course, I always like getting away from the city in the summer. I used to go to the States and stream from, you guys remember, I used to stream from the States for a few months every summer. Did I make this tournament like longer than usual? It seems like it's... Okay, I did some 2-hour ones, but usually I used to do 2.5. It's not longer. But I haven't had pairing in forever. Ruslan Bear getting absolutely abolished. Bear needs work in his openings. He just never seems to care about working on his openings. He's always at a huge disadvantage. Opening stage. Looks like a Build-A-Bear workshop for openings. Dr. Tripchan's nice exchange sack there. I thought you were sacking the exchange. Oh, you didn't. You just simply ignored it. Like rook d7. I thought you were going to sack the exchange with d5. You have like 2 great knights. You could. You could sack the exchange. You don't have to. Nero, you're still here. Good. Climate change has been really apparent here too. In Alaska. It almost doesn't even feel like Alaska anymore. That's interesting. In the news, they're always talking about Europe, Europe, Europe. I mean, like the far north is kind of like not a hot topic, I would imagine. But like Greenland. Is Alaska like southern Greenland or something? Is it equivalent to like southern Greenland? We're hoping the snow, thaws out for those Trump pipelines to go through. Oh boy, another tough opponent. Underrated. Yeah, so you have serious temperature increases? Say in the last 20 years? Bro, it's so hot here all the time. It's like we live in the Mediterranean or something. I had a similar game the other day. Chom Istvan played this setup against me. Chamika. Phew, bro. Alright. What about getting my knight trapped on e5? Does that seem like a good idea? No? Okay, then no. It's a big clamp. Black is already better. Pili's like he's a genius. Yeah, France, especially Spain, the most forest fires, and they have forest fires in like Wales and shit. You know, I mean, it's crazy. When I was in Croatia, now there was a forest fire in Split. So if b4, e4 wins a piece, that's great. What am I supposed to do about that? I have a very slow position, but I guess this knight on e7 is also no big deal. So. f5. It's like I'm black and black's white. Very deep. He played this opening really well using like 0 time. It's a reverse closed Sicilian. Excellent reaction to g3. Most people don't think about it. They don't have a good... The average player does not have a good reaction to g3. You know, g3, d5, bishop g2, g6 is very smart. Knight f3, bishop g7, and now I have to play d4. It's a very professional move order by you. Is this like a chessable course or something? f5 is kind of risky. Feels very chessable-y. Move 11, is Move 11 in the house? He subscribed 110 months. Move 11 had, what was it? Something like the same exact setup trying to play. I remember a training game he had with someone. Grandmaster that shall remain nameless. So e4, I'm obligated, contractually obligated, to not let you run me over like Vladimir Rubenchik in 1988. Check, king h8, knight d5. Or I can just play knight d5 and lose a pawn. That's always good. I can just play knight d5 and just lose a pawn. It looks kind of stupid, though. It's not stupid, though. Can you, like, take my pawn on a2? Shit. That's unbelievable. Yeah, knight d5, take. I don't have a good discovery because knight g5 is met by queen takes a2. No. Are you serious? That is unclear. That's unbelievable. I'm not going back. You just take without even thinking about it. Interesting. Remind me of someone else I met lately. He just takes without thinking about it. It's irrational. There was this other player recently who played a really good game against me in the simul. And quickly played a move that was like an improvement on theory. But I didn't know that at the time. Sometimes you just get lucky. You know, you're not necessarily cheating. But when I play knight d5 here, you don't have to take that, you know? But that is like an optional move. I don't think you should play that move instantaneously. You should calculate before you play such moves. It's just very... Too much bullet chess, like collectively all you guys. Everyone. There's too much bullet chess. I'm serious. You guys play every game like it's bullet. Why not take your time? Would it hurt you to take your time? Is there a threat here? Drip Chance in first place, tied with Sinus. I'm in third. Shimaher seems like he's gone. You have a move here? Greedy Man? No? 95, missed it. Oops. That's a problem. Shit. Looks like I have to take it. Oh no, I did not want to do that. I do not want to do that. I regret this move. Alright. No. I'm not taking it. I need my bishop. So rook c7 was a blunder. I missed 95. I was only looking at bishop takes a2. I mean, we're up the exchange for a pawn. I mean, we should be clearly better. But maybe black can hold. Philly's very talented, but terrible time management. Every game is like bullet. Why are you 1886? You could be like 2200. That's what I said earlier. You need to think more and use more time, and you could easily gain 300 rating points. And stop just reacting with the first move you see. Because you come up with a lot of good moves, but it's very inconsistent. Wasn't it like tactically you had problems when I first played you? It looked like you were missing obvious tactics. So more calculation, less intuition. We go with intuition when we have no other choice. It shouldn't be the first default thing we do. There's an interesting move here, knight c3. Are you looking at that? That should be calculated. Could that possibly be good? Knight c3, take, e4, rook a3. Looks like that might refute it. The rook a3 at the end. Keeping my d3 pawn protected. If you calculate knight c3, take, e4, rook a3, protecting a2 and keeping d3 protected, I think it's a no-go. I wouldn't play knight c3 after that. Black's not in exchange for a pawn. I mean, it's not that bad. And I have no entry points. Now he's taking too much. e4 right away. Takes, knight c3. Takes. That's another option. Knight b6 looks... sketchy. Yeah, he's on the exchange at the end of the day. You can still try knight c3, but maybe I just play rook e1. I don't think I have a choice. Ah, this is your idea. Well, maybe maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, okay, takes, yeah, whatever. Knight c3, rook e1. What's up, rook e7? Rook e1 right away. What's wrong with rook e1 right away? I guess you remain with the pawn and some variations, like e3 takes d3. No, don't think so. So now, here's the question. I give you this. I don't want to take on c3, or do I? Dangerous. It's dangerous either way, but we got to do something. I got to give you one of my bishops, but I'm up a clear exchange. It's not quite enough for black. Yeah, you never had quite enough compensation. The opening should have been good for black, though. Now, when I play 95, 95 takes. See, the computer isn't real sure about 95. I'm telling you, you played this move a little bit too automatically. Well, I had queen b3 right away. But I thought, honestly, queen takes a2. That loses. Queen d8, queen d7. It's interesting opening, actually. I have to have a look at this game. The opening might have been decent. We might have created something kind of interesting there. Happy Pawn. How many times has Sinus been paired with Happy Pawn? Stall. Igor Stall. Okay, who's left? Sinus playing him. Trip Chance. Me. Schumacher's gone. Under the table. Mars is gone. Sun Prism gone. Philly's still here. Troll Mops, are you still here? Sun Prism's not gone. You're not gone. No, a2 was a mistake. You would have lost there. You were right to retreat the queen, but I don't think you have to take on d5. There was also another interesting move for me. Instead of playing knight g5, I could have played rook e1, which I missed. Okay, let's play something I rarely play, just to kind of mix it up. Okay, yeah, nothing. This is a nothing variation. I never enjoyed this very much. Don't remember if we had this before. It was always kind of hard winning with black in these sort of lines. We probably did play this once or something. I will only haul it out once in a while in Blitz because people kind of aren't necessarily like that well prepared against it. Even today, I rarely play it. We keep it as a surprise. Sun Prism seems like he's very adapted to what I play. He kind of like seems to be kind of prepared for me, so I feel better playing something he's not expecting. It doesn't matter with all players. Back in the day, I used to play the knight f6 Scandinavian all the time, but it's just not a good opening. I mean, it's just bad. I mean, you can get an advantage with white in many different ways. It used to be fun, but at some point I was like getting tortured by 2100s. Like, I'm not going to do this anymore, you know. I think it was in 2006 there was some game I had with the 2100 in the US Open. He just tortured me and I had to like grovel for a draw. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I playing this opening? If I have to grovel for a draw against people like 200 rating points lower, then it's not a good opening. You shouldn't be playing it, period. End of story. Here I'm like almost equal. I would say like equal, probably. Wait, that's a bad bishop. Like a half bad bishop. It's a... I have a name for it. Amputated octopus. This is probably a mistake by me. What else am I going to play? Bishop takes exclam. I can equalize, maybe. Max. Come on, Schieber, Spieler. Good game, nice orcas. I keep getting these ads from Kick again. Does anybody still stream on Kick? Chess streamers, I mean? They're like trying to get me back. There's whale emotes. I'm like, what? I got a whale emote ad from Kick the other day. Well, I mean, Twitch sucks so bad that I might have to consider it. There it is. Thank you, Schieber Spieler. All right. Bishop e5. Never saw that coming. Draw mode enabled. I'm warmed up now, so I can play fast. When I first start, my brain isn't like functioning in chess mode. Look at his time use. He's used half his time already. Are you sleeping? He's sleeping. That's what I thought you would do. Anything outside the box here? I have an idea. Very deep. Theme of the white squares. So you made a concession. Trading on... I mean, are you trading on my terms? I don't know. This is interesting. Interesting position. I didn't expect you to take, though. I thought you would leave it there, you know. There's this weakness that most humans have. That's a good move, by the way. As humans, we have this tendency... We have a tendency to constantly want to... It's a little tricky. Feels like we have a tendency to release the tension all the time. Because tension makes us stressed. But it seems like in gameplay, whatever game it is, tension is a natural part of the game, and like you can't artificially release it. If you do, you're just like giving up territory. So bishop takes g7 is a kind of like fearful release of tension. Really no reason he had to make that move. I think it helps me a little bit. Still, the position is objectively equal. He's using ridiculous amounts of time. He does the sinus thing where he uses up all his time and then plays brilliant bullet chess with no time left. That's a little exaggerated, you know? Maybe you're like addicted. You get addicted to the adrenaline of having the increment bullet thing. And that's why you like purposely use up all your time because it's exciting or something. See, this is the move I expected right away when you played bishop takes g7. Queen b3 is very natural, attacking b7 and... But if you keep your bishop on e5, I can't play rook b8 now, for whatever that's worth. Thing is, you have c4, so my plan was to play b5, but now I don't know what to do. If b5, rook e5, I think I have a little bit of a problem. Still, I might have a better option. b6. I mean, maybe b6. No, because you're threatening c4. So this is a bit of a problem. Okay. Maybe I should just trade queens. Maybe I just have nothing better than trading queens. Just accept it and move on. It's a minor concession. Release the intention of myself. Equalize. Who's better pawn structure? Better king. Better. Oh no. Black is better. Takes. Oh no, your rooks are hanging. Objectively a draw. I bet e5 was a mistake by me. Going out on a limb here. I'm going out on a limb here. And I think that was a mistake by me. Don't even think about it. Uh-oh. c5. Oh no. All right, so what's the situation? A pawn wins. Wow. It's not so easy. Which way do I play it? How about my king? Uh-huh. Well, I can improve my king. Or I can try something else, like rook b2. Is there any sense in rook b2? Ah! I go here now. What do I do? King e4 is a great try. Here he goes in speed mode. Cut my king off? Oh no. I can cut your king off. But I have no king. This guy's a genius. Especially with increment, he's a genius. How do I do this? Here? Look, Mom, we have a king. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's not happening, is it? I'm taking all your kingside pawns? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Here. Okay. And I have no king. Now I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. To increment man. No, no. Oh, you get that? Wow. The freaking genius. Here comes increment man. I can't wait to analyze this end game, dude. Uh-huh. Oh no. Increment man. I think he might have even, like, he could have forced a draw, right? But was he even maybe better? Maybe he was almost winning at one point. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, he's better after king e8. Unbelievable. I was terrified I was gonna like lose here. But I mean, even here, he's still okay. He's only lost after that move. This is crazy. Like he was trying to win a drawn position from the worst side. He thought he had something. See? Yeah, that's subjectively. That's objectively Oliveira Lucas. So it's a weird time to start playing for a win. I take the draw. If you got it, you take the draw. Last game. Dr. Chip Chance just edged me out, man. By 2 points. And Sinus wins another one. See, Sinus is unbelievable, dude. He's literally 300, 200 points lower rated than Dr. Trip Chance. And wins the tournament. It's weird. I don't know how he does it. It's not like brute force. He played a lot of games. How many berserks? Yeah, he berserked almost every single game. That's the secret. The berserking. You know, he's a berserk pro. AD or add I. Add I. Alright guys, thanks for playing. It's been a long one. Play games. Where am I? I got lost. Alright, so Sinus, congratulations in advance. Interesting sort of Grunfeld there with Sung Prism. Dr. Chance, quite a dangerous player. Couldn't quite keep up with Sinus. And I'm just not berserking. Don't have the stress for that. The ice cap's melting. Yeah, interesting Rookin game. I tried to win there, but you know, it was funny against Sun Prism when I had that Rookin game. You know, my rook was on d5 and he opposed it, and I played rook d8. He could have played king e2. I was wondering about the king and pawn end game. It has to be a draw. He could have played king e2, just maintaining the opposition on the d file. I don't think there's any way I can win there. It's a weird king and pawn game, though. He's probably right not to go into it because you don't have time to calculate. Probably best to avoid king and pawn games if you don't have any time on the clock, but I don't think that white should be losing, although he does have the double pawns. I could play like a5 or something. I don't know. Maybe there's some weird way that black is better. Anyway, guys, thanks for playing. That's a lot of games from Sinus. This is our last game. Oh, Prism blundered. Oh, no. Thank God this game doesn't count. Does it count? It does count. Hang in there, Sun Prism. Oh, you're not losing a second pawn. Well, that's good. Nice structure that... Check out the structure of Sinus. Maybe white's not winning. Oh, bishop f4. Bro, that's brutal. So black has to sack the exchange now. Oh my god. Rook takes a7. No. That's not good. I don't like rook takes a7, man. You got to play rook takes b6. It's a no-brainer. You sack the exchange, and you're probably lost anyway. But with the pawn on a7, you're lost 100%. The Sun Prism can hang on for 36 seconds to at least deny him some points. Don't be like Astrobate and resign. You have an obligation. I feel like everyone has sort of obligation to try. You know, not give people unnecessary points. Like, it would be kind of unsportsmanlike to just resign here. If the tournament is like hinging on this game. Sinus doesn't need the points anyway, but I'm just saying in general. probably you should play on as long as you normally could or would. Anyway, that's it. All right. Tournament over. So now you can resign. Sinus resigned. No, the game didn't count. He lost his last game. All right, so Sinus with 42 points. Dr. Tripchance with 36. I had 34. Schumacher retired early. The top 10 rounded out by the new player on Mars, Uber driver Sung Prism. Thanks for playing the whole thing. Pilly, thanks for playing. Gabble Tromops also. And Ruslan Bear rounding out the top 10. A lot of people back today after not being on my stream for a long time. Hopefully we're going to see everybody. Now the summer's coming to an end. We'll see everybody back in the stream. We'll have a more complete stream. And tomorrow night I'll be analyzing subscriber games in our usual Thursday night analysis stream. So thank you everybody for playing. Thank you for keeping me in a good mood, no stress, and congratulations to Sinus for winning again. Not your first time, not your first rodeo. Thanks everybody. Have a great night, Mr. Coffee, Move 11. Thanks everybody who did subscribe. 110 months or 1 month, it doesn't matter. Thanks for your support. Bye bye. Bye bye, guys.